Sylvia. She's in the makeshift booth at the moment. Still got to do some masking off of the wheels and stuff like that and clean it off. Got a fan setup going on there, carbon filter out there ready to go. The wind's really fighting me today. I'm not going to lie, it's not ideal, but we're going to persevere because this is the time that we've allocated to paint the car. So I'm going to get to masking off the wheels and the rest of the car, little bits that need it, and then we're going to mix up some primer and prime these bits, prime the car, and then yeah, we'll get some colour on. I might bring you guys along for the ride. I might stick it up here somewhere and see how we go. See if I can't film it. Finished taking all the tape off. Still got some under the bonnet obviously, but I'll let that dry a bit more. She's not perfect, I'll say that. But it's not bad. It's not too bad at all. A couple of little runs here. This door copped it. Bloody couple of dribbles off the bottom of the side skirt here. Landed down on the door. You can see it's like a little puddle. Fan did a good job. Don't know how the state of the filter got on the other side. I haven't had a look yet, but front bar had some weird little bits pop up. Probably something on there. I don't know. I gave it a good clean, but obviously not good enough. But that's fine. It'll get scratched up sooner or later. But yeah, happy. It's blue. Come out good. Just a bit of masking tape here off. Now I just got to let it sit for a while and let it dry off a bit, and yeah, we'll get it back in the garage. Start putting it back together. Righto, we're back at it again. I don't know if you've probably tell from the last videos, the Mazda's now over on the wall, the back up on the stands over there. Sylvia's over here, back up on the stands. Basically just going to get this thing finished off. All the parts have been ordered, still a few little bits and pieces short here and there, but basically should be able to get it running and tuned and whatnot, ready to start getting it on the track. But basically where we're at the moment is we're just about to pull out the subframe. Oh, it's a bit bright probably, but there's the new subframe there. New axles, 5-bolt R33 axles, S13, S14 subframe, poly bushes, diff bushes, R33 for 1 diff ratio, viscous LSD that's been welded. So basically, yeah, all of this setup goes on this cradle. We swap her out. And I've got a new new gearbox cross member to make under here. We're going to put some lock stoppers on here, clean up some of this stuff in the wheel wells just for clearance. I've got the S13 cross member with the steering rack relocated. Yeah, got a bit going on here. Oil cooler to go in here, cooler piping to finish, a few lines up here, turbo lines and stuff, exhaust. Yeah, it's all happening, but yeah, within the next few weeks should be pretty well ready to take her in to get it tuned. So I'll do a bit of filming along the way, but yeah, probably won't really film too much of the work because with 3 kids I don't have time to be filming and working, so what little time I get to work I'll try and get as much done as I can. But yeah, we'll get stuck into it. Yeah, let's go and get this cradle out, hey? Basically I'm just undoing bolts and stuff at the moment, so yeah, nothing special. Yeah, righto, I'll check back in soon to make a bit of progress. Righto, we have the R200 5-volt. It's all buttoned up, ready to go. Just putting the spacers on. I'm about to put the wheels back on now, but it's the back end done, which is good. Next up we'll do the cross member once I've got the engine mounts and stuff here, and then yeah, we'll get stuck into making the exhaust and things like that. So we'll do a harness bar and all sorts. So yeah, bit to go yet, but we'll get there. So just in the process of making the harness bar. Just got these little bits of rod bent up, and they'll basically sit up on here. They'll get welded on there, basically just to keep the harness sort of located on the bar. But yeah, it's all bent up, ready to go. Just about to notch out the ends, ready to weld it in. Hopefully weld it in today. Oil cooler's mounted. Got that all fixed in there with some brackets. She's well and truly in there. Not going anywhere. It's all plumbed up, ready to go. Just got one fitting down in there to connect up, and that's ready. Cooler piping will be done shortly. Just waiting for a turbo line. Yeah, upgraded the alternator supply to the battery with 150 amp rated, because I will upgrade the alternator for pretty well straight away, I think. New catch can, the line's all done. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Got a little drain set up for the overflow. Yeah. The engine bay is pretty well there, besides the cooler piping. Dump pipes on. The harness bar is done. Got a harness bar in there now, so that's good. No more dodgy bolting to the rear seat belts. Gear stick has been relocated. I've got a little issue here where it's hitting on the, you see it lifted up, it's hitting on the, it's actually getting caught on it there. So yeah, I've got to deal with that, clean that up a little bit, make that work a little bit better, a lot better. And, new gearbox cross member. Sure, but yeah, she's getting there. Making some more progress here. Cooler piping done. By no means am I fantastic at TIG welding, but I can do a good enough job that it sticks it together and it doesn't leak, so that's good enough for me. Doesn't look like absolute crap, so could be worse, I guess. But yeah, cooler piping's almost done. Just got to get one more 90 for here. dump pipe's done. Got not sure if you can see that there, but the little bung welded on for the O2 sensor. Just making up a little bit of more of a sort of, I guess, separation between the manifold and where the silicone coupler is there. I'm not too keen on the amount of heat that's going to be near it, so trying to preserve that sort of shit, I guess, that sort of stuff. Got a line here that I've got to make up, basically from the wastegate to here. I'll probably just use a regular vacuum line from the manifold to here. It's not going to run on huge amounts of boost, so shouldn't really see those popping off too often. But the one that goes to the wastegate, I want to do with a braided AN line and like wrapped and stuff. Yeah, I just don't really want to be dealing with the whole, heat soak and crap like that. So, yep. What else have we done? Yeah, like I said, downpipe's done. Yeah, actually I didn't. What's it called? Flexi joint. That's all on there, sorted, ready to go. Got another length there. Oil cooler's all plumbed up. We've made up like a bit of a, you can sort of see that in there, it's like a bit of a 90. It's a bit messy. I really want to go over everything, like once it's done. Like, to be honest, I think I might sort of look at it, pulling everything apart, in the near future. Basically, yeah, what I want to do is just get everything working, drive it, make sure it's good, and then at some point down the track, probably when I've moved house and got a hoist and all that kind of crap, shared room to do it, I'll strip it all down. I want to repaint the bay, I want to do tube front, rewire, paint the interior, probably do a cage, a full welding cage. I'll probably end up stitch welding bits and pieces. Like, it is going to probably get silly. But for now, as you can see, it is just, I'm just trying to get it working, you know what I mean? Everything's just kind of there. It's pretty ugly in terms of things, but look, she's a 1J, so let's hope bonnet stays shut and we just drive it. So I'm hoping that's what's happening here. As long as this Chinese piece of junk holds on. That's probably really the only thing that's gonna let me up, hold me up. I've got to get a piece of tail shaft tube. My tail shaft isn't long enough to reuse, so piece of tail shaft tube. Yeah, I think 1 more metre of 3-inch stainless for the exhaust, and I've got everything else pretty much done. Yeah, there's a couple of little tiny bits and pieces, but I thought I should probably film a little tiny bit here quickly. Just trying to be quick while I'm doing this, making the exhaust. Got everything cut up. I'm basically to the little sort of elbow that goes under the diff, and then I'm just going to get a little bit more steel to get it out the back side. But yeah, we're just here tigging away. I'm not going to film too much. I've got the kids asleep and all sorts, so I'm trying to be quick about this. But yeah, getting stuck into it. Had a few dramas with the water pump. So I was at the point where everything was in, basically filling it up with water. Everything was plumbed. The only other thing I hadn't got, which I've got now, is this oil feed. It's all done. Everything's done there. Anyways, I've filled her up just out of the top of the water pump here. It was just pissing out with water. Absolutely pissing out. It's just dripping on the ground. I had a fitting over the back side over here that I just hadn't, like a bit of a hose that I hadn't just blocked off. It started leaking out of there first. Basically, yeah, once I've plumbed that off, blocked it off, kept filling it up, got to the point where that got full at the water pump, it started dripping. It's like something's going on here. It just got worse the more I filled it up, and then yeah, sure enough, located it, just sieve, like just sort of weeping out the top under no pressure and stuff, which is obviously good. I found it now, but yeah, I just got to a point where the water pump that was on it was in good condition. Seemed like it might have been replaced years ago and just never been used and just sat on there. So yeah, rather than for what, $50, $49, whatever the bloody hell it was, to get a new one, new gaskets, everything like that, that's what we've done. Just yeah, good seal, pulled it all off, gave it all a good seal up, put it together, double check timing was all correct and everything. Obviously, as we're having issues with starting, I'm 2000% sure. When I initially did the timing, I did this exact same thing, went through, double checked, confirmed, everything's all good, it's in time, you know, she's having a good time. So, don't really think it's going to start if I just hook it up and turn the key this time. I think it's going to be the same issue with the timing. I reckon it's in the ECU that it needs to be corrected, whatever. I'll let the tuner sort that sort of side of things out. Here we are with the car. This is where it sits at the moment. It's, well, I'm not standing and say it's done, but it's definitely pretty much done. So yeah, it's done. Look, I'm just going to stand here and say it's done. So I've got this line that I've just got a plumb that goes from the boost tee to the wastegate, and then from the wastegate, the boost tee to the manifold over here. I've got a fitting on the way, and then the hose should be here Monday. So that's basically the only thing that's going to be done here. I've had to do the new water pump and timing belt tensioner while I was in there. Yeah, gave things a little bit of a clean up, a little bit of a rubber seal on here. Just gave these a little bit of a paint and some new hardware. Got a bit going on at the moment. I'm still in the middle of doing it, but just got the Lexus out of my old IS200 I'd laying around, so just wanted some carpet on the floor. So I've just fixed those down. In the middle of doing the other side at the same time. The brakes have been bled. Steering wheel's all in good. Bosket's done properly now. Yeah, harness bar's all done. Shifter's all been relocated and everything's good. It doesn't, slightly does a little bit, hits on the top here, but no, not going to get caught or anything silly. So it's good. Everything's there. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, look, honestly, it's at a point, exhaust's done. Basically, tail shaft is what I'm waiting for now. I have just down here I'm not going to pull it out, but it's a new chromoly drive shaft yoke. New chromoly drive shaft yoke for the gearbox. The 1310 style unis, 3.5 inch diameter chromoly tube. I have the tube on the way. I've got the unis on the way, and I've got the diff yoke that showed up and was the standard item, not the 1310 uni style. So I've had to send that back to the USA. Well, here we are. Yes, as you would have just seen in the last video bit there, and whatever. Been trying to get this thing going, and doing another compression test. This is the third compression test I've done. The first two were low, and I just put it down to the battery source not being strong enough, just not having a good kick in the guts to give it a bit of compression, I guess. But yeah, here we are, third compression test, and I've even put a little bit of oil down each cylinder just to kind of lubricate things a little bit. Now, this motor hasn't been around for a long time. I couldn't tell you, for years. It's been in my possession for at least 2.5, 3 years, and I haven't started it once. So I'm pretty certain that rings are probably buggered. They're probably all just stuck. Valves probably just need cleaning. You know what I mean? It's just the compression test wasn't good. So 1 and 2 were about 110. 3 was like 75. 4 was like 50. 5 and 6 were around about there too, 60, 50, 60-ish. Just, yeah, woefully bad. So yeah, look, just pissing oil out me bloody oil cooler. the sandwich plate bit down here. So that's all got to come off. I'll probably just get a new one, to be honest. It was just a cheap one anyway, so I'll probably just get a new one of those and just make sure it's all sealed. But at this point, the motor's got to come out and be rebuilt. There's no two ways about it. I've just got to pull this thing out, rip the head off. Once the head's off, basically, yeah, just pull the piston rings out. New rings, new bearings, new head gasket, head studs, and put it back together. Try again. I'm still not really sure about whether it's not firing and starting because of the computer issue, or because it kind of, as I'm turning it, and it gives us a bit of a, like it kind of, I don't know, I'm thinking it could be just because it's got like no compression and just doesn't want to start. So yeah, look, shit news. It's going to be sitting for a while. Like I said, I'm still on an apprenticeship wage, just gone 3rd year, so it's at least going to be probably sitting here for another year, which is absolutely devastating, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. Just going to have to save up some money. Keep trying to work out this computer issue and get everything working, to make my tail shaft, get everything done. But yeah, at this point, at some point, I'm just going to have to rip this motor out and rebuild it. Yeah, like I said, which is devastating, but well, joys of cars. I kind of had a funny feeling this bloody thing was going to fight me. But look, at the end of the day, it's ready to go. Everything else is done, so look, I can't really stand here and be too mad about it. It's an old engine, it's been sitting around, I'm not surprised, unknown condition. It is what it is. We'll be back. We'll have to come and revisit this another time. Peace.